So let's put on our turn signal because we're pulling out. So at this light, Ava, are we going to have the right of way?
If you think back to the excitement of driving school, you might remember 10 and 2. You might remember who has the right of way.
All right, nice job looking.
But you probably don't remember every detail your instructor taught you.
And what do you notice up ahead?
That there's a stop sign.
Very good.
So while riding with 16-year-old Ava Barbat and her instructor Todd Heck, we asked, what are the common mistakes young drivers make? Heck says one is reactive driving instead of being proactive.
Parents, one thing you can do is commentary driving. When you're driving with a student, always having their eyes on the road, ask them, hey, what do you notice down the road? So they can be prepared. Maybe you see that crosswalk that's coming up with that person with the dog, but they're just so focused at 12 o'clock and looking straight down the road.
We've talked about like being cautious around your surroundings, know like if someone behind you is like swerving, make sure like you're a little more farther up from them.
Heck also says, remember, you cannot control what's happening behind you.
So checking that center mirror every 7 to 10 seconds so they're always ready for that car that could be coming up to them. Because again, they might be doing everything right, but is that person behind them using their cell phone or distracted or whatever they might be going on, eating that sandwich that they have?
You know, what's also interesting that we talked about is that our vehicles today have so many bells and whistles. Cameras all over them, blind spot detectors, but they say that, of course, is a good thing to help us drivers, but maybe a bad thing for the students.
So what I have found is sometimes students will get in a car and they're like, oh, my parents' car beeps when every time someone's in the blind spot. Well, great, but does the car you're going to be driving have that? So they can't just always rely on it. And plus, we're not asking much, just a simple blind spot check. Don't just rely on that beep.
And of course, cell phone use is still a major problem.
Just by picking up a cell phone, teenager is 6 times more likely to get in an accident. If they actually text while driving, 23 times.
For teens, the biggest distraction is their friends.
Just by having one person in the car with you, you have over a 44% chance of getting an accident. Now, if you get 3 people in the car, that number quadruples.
I do make them no phones. I make them turn them down, put their seatbelt on, and if they're distracting me, I'll like tell them politely, like, please stop distracting me, or I'll like pull over, make sure like get all their giggles out of them, and then I'll go back onto the road.
You don't say, please stop. What do you really say?
Shut up.
In Royal Oak, Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News Today.